Right, I'm going to do an oil change on a Citroen Xantia 1.8 16 valve. It's the LFY engine. Okay, these are the bits that I'm going to use today. I've got some Halford's 540 fully synthetic motor oil, which meets the spec. That's AC EA A3, and the API is SMCF, so it meets the spec of the car. I could put 1040s in, but I'm putting 540s in, a bit thinner. Plus it's on offer at the moment, so that's good. Now the spanner for the sump nut, I'm using a 13/16 spanner. Seems to fit well. I'm sure there is a metric equivalent, but seems to fit really well. And also I've got the sump washers here, 14mm washers for a Citroen Xantia. A few of them have fallen out of the packet here. The copper washers that compress, really good, never leaked. I've got never had any trouble with these, really good. So they're your copper washers you can buy. Back in there. Okay, I've got the oil filter. Quick and easy, I've just got Halford's one. It's HOF 306 filter. Seems okay. You can use a 204, it's exactly the same for that. That's what I previously used in the past. 204 Filtron one. Got an old one here. That's a 204 one. Very similar. So 306 to 04 will do the same job. So I'm using a 306 today, which is good. And also I've got filter removal tool for getting that off the bowl for going underneath. So what I'll do now is start the engine and let it warm up. Okay. Right, I've not started the car for quite a long time now, about a couple of months. So let's see if she'll start. Okay, put the code in. Right, here we go. Yep, she's up and running. Quite surprised really it started, because it's been quite a while now. Yeah, let's put the lights on. The car's nearly got 160,000 miles on, so it's due for changing the oil. We'll let it warm up to operating temperature, and then we'll drop the oil from the car. Yeah. It sounds okay. A little bit of moisture coming out of the exhaust because it's quite cold today. That'll go as the engine warms up. Okay, it's not been started for a long time. It has got 160,000 miles on the car. Right, we'll go underneath the car. I'll show you the sump nut on the Xantia. See it there? That's the sump nut. Come back a bit. And there's my spanner that I'm going to undo it with. See if we can get under. I've not lifted the suspension up. You can do it quite easily on the normal position. So you can see that's where the sump nut is there. That's my 13/16 spanner. Fits really well. Very good fit. So what I'll do, I'll just loosen it off slightly while the engine's warming up. There you go. So it's quite easy, especially with a long reach spanner like this. So yeah, should be able to undo that with my fingers now. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Let the engine warm up, and then we'll drop out the oil. While the car's warming up, I'll show you the where the oil filter is. If you look down there, you should see it, it's black. Near the alternator, there it is. So that's what I'm going to undo. You can undo these filters with your hand. If you put a bit of sandpaper on, stick your hand in, you can undo it with your hand. But what I'm going to do is put this tool on. Obviously when the engine's switched off, I'm going to put that tool on and crack it off. Put my extension and spanner on, turn it, and that'll be fine. Getting a little bit of steam from the radiator here because it's a lot of condensation. It's been stood for a couple of months, the car has now. So I'll let it warm up. There's no leaks, nothing happening. I've checked the water, everything's fine. Those are your spheres on the car. Two there, that's your reservoir. There's one in the centre down there, looks a bit like an oil filter, but it's not an oil filter. It's your centre sphere, accumulator sphere, and those ones are your suspension ones. There's the oil cap, and got the dipstick there, so we will be taking both of them off, taking them both out when the car's warmed up. We're getting up to temperature quite nicely now, so we're going to take the oil cap off, pull the dipstick out. We're going to loosen the we've loosened the sump nut, so we'll let that drop out, drain out, take the filter off, put a new filter on, put the sump plug on and gasket, tighten it up, put the oil back in. It's around about 4.75 litres, getting on for 5 litres, and then we'll test the dipstick. 2 marks on there, high and low mark, so we'll head for the upper of the high mark on the dipstick. Yeah, I've had this car now for since 1997, so 96. I got it when it was 12 months old, so I'm the second owner of this car. So, you know, it's 1996 car, so it's over 20 years old now. You know, 21, 22 years the car is now. I've never had much trouble with the car at all, other than just general maintenance. I'll be sad to see it go. It's never had any failures on an MOT or anything like that. It's been really reliable. Recommend a Citroen Xantia to anyone. And they really ride nice. Yeah, really like the car. Right, the engine's warming up now. So we'll switch off and we'll drain the oil. Right, I've now switched the engine off. Engine's up to temperature. I'll take the cap off, put it up here. that's a good reminder that I haven't put any oil in. Take the dipstick out. Okay, do the same, just put it there. Right, what I'll do now, I'll undo the sump nut, let it drain out. So let's go under the car. Okay. Right, there's the sump nut that we undid. I tightened it up a little bit now, so let's undo that. There we go. I've put a glove finger on. Drop the oil out. There we go. The oil's draining out nicely there. There's your copper washer. Make sure your copper washer's been removed. That's your 14mm copper washer on there. Okay. So we'll let it drain. It may take a little while. When it's stopped, we'll take the oil filter off. Same, let that drain off. Put a new oil filter on. Put the sump nut back on. Tighten it up. Let's have a look at the sump nut. So there you are. There's the copper washer on there. So we're going to put a new one of them on. Yeah. There you go. So we'll let it drain off, and then we'll put a new one. Right, this is the new copper washer. You can see there. You want that bit facing the top there. Put that on. So that'll compress it. Taking the oil filter off with this tool. So I've got it on there. Basically just turn it and it'll undo. It's hard to do with one hand, to be honest with you. So let me just get it on, and I'll show you when it's undoing. Right, there you go. Here's a little bit of technique to it, but there you can see it's undoing it there. Yeah. So I just loosened it, and I can undo it with my hand now, which is good. A lot of times you can just undo it yourself with a hand without the tool. But I've got the tool, so I thought I'd try it. So unscrew it. As you can see, the oil's coming out there. Don't unscrew it all the way. Just let the oil drip out. Leave that for a bit to drip, then I'll take the filter off completely and put the new one on. And don't tighten the new one up with a tool, just do it hand tight. It's your best option because you'll crush the filter. So just put it back on hand tight, just nip it hand tight. Okay. Right, I'll unscrew the filter now. Take the filter off. There we go. Let it all drip out. So that's the old one, and the old one. Okay, I'll remove that. You can see where it goes there, and don't forget to put some oil on the new filter washer. What I mean by that is get a bit of oil and put it round. This is the old one. Put it round the new one. So that's what I'll do next. And screw the new one. Do is put a bit of oil on the finger. Put it on the seal. I put it on. Okay. Obviously compare the old one with the new one, make sure it's the same, which it is. I've done it many times in the past. I must have changed it about 40 times in 20 odd years. So yeah, I put some oil on the new seal. Okay, and then screw it on hand tight. Yeah, it's on now. We just need it hand tight, that's all we need, it no more. That's hand tight. Okay, we'll now put the sump nut on. Alright, give it a good wipe round where the filter's been, and then you'll know if there's any leaks coming from the filter. Here's the sump nut and new washer, which we'll put on here, and we'll tighten that up to factory spec. Okay, there we go. Right, I'm going to tighten it up, and there we go. That's fine, looks pretty tight. Okay, what we'll do now is fill it up with oil. Alright, and start up and check for leaks, and check the dipstick. Start topping it up with oil, put a little funnel in there, stop it spilling. It'll take all of this because it's 4 litres, so I've got 2 of them, so it's about 4.75. I'll get rid of all that, and we'll check on the dipstick, put it to high, start the engine, filter will probably take half litre, a litre, and then recheck it to top up. Okay, so I'll check on the dipstick now. I'll put a little bit more in, and I'll check on the dipstick. Another tin, so I'll put a little bit more in, and we'll check on the dipstick. Okay, pull the dipstick out, I'll clean it. Alright, put the dipstick back in, see what we're getting. Looking at that, it's just past the maximum. So I'll start the engine, recheck. Right, started the engine, we'll check for leaks. As you can see the sump there, sump nuts not leaking. You see up there, oil filter, no leaks. What we'll do is now, I'll switch the engine off, let it settle. We'll check the dipstick. If it needs topping up we will do, if not, that's it, job done. Right, I've let the engine settle for a little bit, just wipe the dipstick, there's nothing on it. We'll see what the level's like. It's clean, you can see there. Okay, it's just on the top, close to the top, which is okay. See the 2 points there, because the engine oil's very clean, it's very hard to see. You can see that, yeah, it's on the top level, which is there. Okay, so that's fine. So that's how you do an oil change on a Citroen Xantia. Any questions, please do not hesitate to ask.